Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Boogie back again with this new video. Hopefully today you're doing all well. Hope you all had a great Easter weekend. I had an amazing weekend, honestly. It was awesome. Today we got something a little bit different. Obviously you see the camera setup is a bit different. Obviously it's not as wide and everything like that. I just picked up a new camera. Shout out to one of the boys on Marketplace. Got a Panasonic Lumix G7 and yeah, fuck. I think it looks a lot better. Hopefully, because at the moment I'm just recording for OBS, just waiting for an SD card to come through and bang bang, and we'll start switching everything up and become a little bit more professional. So let us know in the comments down below if you really enjoy this view or the GoPro view, either one. So before this, I was actually using a GoPro Hero 10. So if you really like that picture and all that sort of stuff, I recommend picking one of those up. They're so versatile. You can use it for anything, and with the right lighting, man, like pretty much anything could like look pretty good. So, but I think this is a slight step up, being 4K, a lot more. You got that depth of field sort of effect and that sort of stuff. And when I get to the new house, obviously everything will look really nice, hopefully. So yeah, stick through the channel. I really appreciate all you guys who like, subscribe. We're at 96 subscribers right now, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much. So the way it work, if you haven't stuck through for the last couple of weeks and everything, my first video of the week, this one's going to be a little bit more quicker, rapid fire through the games. If you want how the games really went and all that sort of stuff, there's a couple of channels like Bloke in a Bar and Hold the Ball and all that sort of stuff for like how all the teams performed over the weekend. You know, I could give you my little input if you really want me to. If you listen to all my inputs on the teams, comment down below. I will make this video a little bit longer. I just thought to try it out, just rapid fire all through the teams, the top 3 performers of each game, fantasy performers, and then my fantasy team, and see how they went over the weekend, which wasn't too bad. If I just didn't make a silly decision, could have been a lot better, but you know, let's get straight into the video, eh? So first game of the weekend, we had the Cowboys versus the Raiders, and we had the Cowboys winning 18-12. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Jason Tamalolo with 62. We had Corey Harawira with 60. And we had Helam Lukey with 60. Next game of the weekend, we had the Rabbitohs beating the Bulldogs 36-16. Top 3 fantasy performers, we have Cookie with 82. We have Thompson with 68. And Murray with 65. Next up on the weekend, we had the Panthers versus the Broncos. And we had the Panthers winning 40-12. Top 3 performers, we had Cleary with 93, amazing game for him. Isaiah Yeo was 77, and Coruscant was 69. Next game of the weekend, we had the Seagulls versus the Titans, and we had the Seagulls winning 26-18. Top 3 fantasy performers in this one, David Fafita with 85, Ola Kowatu with 70, Kieran Foran with 64. Next game, possibly best game of the weekend, the Storm beating the Sharks 34-18. We had Harry Grant with 76. We had Mulatalo with 69. We had Talakai with 68. Next game of the weekend, we had the Roosters versus the Warriors, and my Warriors going down in this one, 22-14. Top 3 fantasy performers, Adam Fanua-Blake, 57. Sam Walker, who had a great game in this one, 49. And Joshy Curran, 48. Next one, we had the Dragons versus the Knights, and we had the Dragons winning 21-16. Top 3 fantasy performers with Kalen Ponga, 102. That's a crazy score. Clemmer was 71, amazing. And Moses Sully, who had a cracker in this one, was 70. Last game of the weekend, we had the Eels versus the Tigers, and fuck, amazing game. Shout out to Jackson Hastings, bro, you deserve that. Like, you know, I've been saying ever since he came back from Super League, like, you know, he was kind of unfairly done before this, and now he's back to his best here. So it's good to see him get that winning field goal, and the Tigers to finally get a win against the top squad. So quickly, fantasy performers, top 3, we have Twal with 76, amazing game from him. Papali'i with 62, and Norfoluma with 61. So quickly rounding off the video, we go through my squad and how we performed on the weekend, and legit, man, like, fuck, we actually performed okay, like decently. There's a couple of players that's still waiting to perform to their potential, and you could probably notice my silly error of taking Penasidi out and putting him into emergency. But, you know, basically I made that decision was more so I thought that Kula was going to have a better game, and Penasini playing on the wing for the Eels, you know, obviously he could have scored tries, this and that, like got meters and that, but I really just didn't see him impacting the game as much from wing as he was from center. I was completely wrong. And 55 for him is a great score. And like, obviously I'm happy because it will boost his price up a little bit, and a lot of big performers in this game. So it was good to see all the fantasy points being put out everywhere. So back to the team. So we had James Tedesco over here with 40 points, my vice captain. He performed okay on the weekend, did a lot of like the behind the scenes sort of stuff against the Warriors squad. The Warriors really came out and defended everyone really well. I think Joey Manu probably had his least effective game this weekend, but on defense, man, he shut down Pompey like with ever. Pompey loves to hit that like goosey outside with the palm to get that 2-on-1, and every time he was doing that, just Joey was either chopping him or bringing him pretty much close to the outline. So Joey Manu had a good game, but back to Teddy. Like Teddy performed pretty well. I think we just all expect Teddy to be like this superstar every week, and you know he will be getting a lot better during coming to its Origin period, and after Origin period, I see him really taking the team and bringing everyone through, and I'm really scared for that, bro. That Roosters team, if it gets better and better, like they're going to be awesome. Xavier Coach not really having the best game of the weekend with 22 points. I think, you know, Coates with this one is depending on like how many meters he runs off kicks, and obviously if he scores tries. Defensively, he's a good winger, but you know, obviously the fantasy doesn't give fantasy points for just being a good winger. You got to be a decent all-round player and be scoring decent points. So this is the reason why he ended up the way he did in this one. Nico Hines with 45 points, and I thought he performed pretty decently. Like that game was the best game of the weekend, and 45 points for Nico is pretty good. He's consistently holding up there, and for his price to rise now to 814k, like, bro, you know, all day. I'm pretty happy to have him in my squad, especially with a couple other big players I got into my squad. So my centers are Stephen Crichton and Isaac Tago. Really, you know, both performed pretty decently. Tago is probably one of the best centers in the league at the moment, other than Dane Gagai and that. And first year, like, that's just crazy. Stephen Crichton with only 29 points. Again, I'm still kind of keeping an eye on him, see how he goes. I don't want him to lose too much coin, and especially when I got 120k there, and I could probably fit in someone else that might do a little bit of the same job, or probably a little bit better, like a Ewan Aiken or a Jack Bird, those sort of players. So definitely looking at them, but you know, I might stay sturdy with Crichton. Everyone's been saying stay sturdy, so we'll see how we go. Nathan Cleary with 186 on a captain is fucking amazing. He had a great game, like, you know, class player. I'm so happy to have him in my squad. You know, 186 is nothing to laugh at, so it's pretty good. Snyder with 40 points, and as a rookie, like he's been performing pretty well for that Raiders squad. Hopefully Ricky doesn't change him up too much with Snyder and that. I'm not sure who he's talking about, who's that player is playing real individual at the moment. Maybe Harawira Naira, but I don't know, like, you know, I just think overall that Raiders team just goes missing in the second half. So, but Snyder, credit to him, and as a rookie, he's been killing it at the moment. Jeremiah Nanai and Liam Martin as my edges. Nanai with 37, probably a couple like drop balls away from a decent score there. And Liam Martin 58 is definitely a good score for Liam. I was definitely also another player to keep an eye out of Liam Martin, see how he keeps going throughout this weekend, because I don't want too many Panthers players taking a shine away, all those fantasy points away from other players. So Liam Martin with 58 is a good stayer. At the moment, I'm looking at keeping him. AFB playing amazing, like wires up all day, baby. So like, you know, I think he's the best forward on the field every time he's playing. You know, probably that one time against the Broncos with Payne Haas, but you know, I'm top 3 front rowers in the league at the moment. He's amazing. So 57's really good. He's finally getting those points to where he needs them to be. I always thought he was a top point scorer. He should be anyway. So 57's not too bad. Max King with 45, coming off the bench every time and getting 45 is fucking amazing for King. Hopefully he gets more of a role, because that doggy squad, they rip everyone apart and everything like that. But, you know, I think King is their shining light at the moment too. Like, he's playing amazing for fantasy, especially. You know, he's getting those good points. Kurt Mann with 39, obviously not the best game for Kurt Mann, but, you know, I don't see him just keeping 39 as an average score. I think he'd be a little bit further up. I see him maybe around 40, 45, and, well, 39's not too far away from 40, but around 40, 45. So, not too bad, but, I do expect a little bit more out of him. And, especially with that dual player, I really appreciate having him in the squad. And Randall, every week, he's always performing really, really well. 52 points is great. And, as I keep saying, we're going to hold on to him for as much as possible, get as much juice out of that money as possible, and then looking for a superstar or something like that to end the year. Maybe around Origin period or after Origin period, I might look at that, mainly because a lot of the big hookers, other than Reed Marnie, will probably be looking at Origin this year. It definitely depends on Harry Grant with that Reed Marnie sort of thing. My bench, who all pretty much did okay, like Hetherington 35, not too bad. Tuolangi with 45. I love having Tuolangi there. Penne with 38, starting off with the starter. Not too bad. Maybe I was a little bit biased with him, like thinking that he could be a starter, but the fitness is different being a starter than a bench player, and you definitely kind of saw that in the game. But every time he runs the ball, he runs with purpose. He's got that sort of Bunty Afoa type of aggressive style, and I really appreciate having him in the Warriors squad, even though he's not scoring too crazy in fantasy. 38's not too bad at all. And Cooler with 25 is definitely the controversial one. I should have kept Penasini. Cooler's not too bad. Like, great player. But Penasini, I didn't expect that out of him on the weekends. And really, kind of for me, went unnoticed because the whole game just had this narrative behind it of like the Tigers, that sort of stuff. So it is what it is. Like, he played amazing, and I'm so happy for him because that just boosts his price up and everything like that. And hopefully I can chuck him back in and just see how he goes. But yeah, that's my mistake this weekend. I take that. It is what it is. I'm just like you guys. I make mistakes. It is what it is. Billy Walters with 6 points. Didn't have the best game of the weekend, but playing against that Panthers squad is going to be tough to score pretty well either way. Penasini with 55 points. Fucking amazing, as I keep saying. Payne Haas, who's out for another week, maybe. I think it was a week or 2 week suspension for that. That's bullshit, man. Like, I've seen players do so much worse and like cop that's some bullshit. And then Wishart with 4 points. Wishart's, whenever he got named on the bench, I still didn't think he was going to get too much of a spot. Like, when you have Harry Grant, Brendan Smith, Josh King, like, where are you going to fit Wishart? Like, unless there was an injury there and bang, bang, he'll come into the squad. But, it is what it is. So overall score this weekend, we got 825. As you see, my overall rank this weekend is, we're back now. We're going up to 27,900. Not the best rank in the world. I never said I was going to be professional, anything crazy. I just love talking footy. I love talking fantasy. So we'll have to see how we go this year. My round 6 rank is 7,947. I still got 26 trades remaining with 2 trades coming up this weekend. Didn't trade one last weekend either. $120,000 left on my salary cap, so still looking at more players I can probably pick up and see how we go. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy the way I look, this and that. Let us know in the comments down below. Number 1, how my camera and all that setup looked. Number 2, would you rather me do the screenshot sort of look, or would you rather me do what I'm doing now where I'm on a webcam? Well, not webcam, I'm using it as a webcam and talking about my team and this and that. And then lastly, any players that you think I should be looking at coming into the weekend. Do you agree with me? Stephen Crichton should definitely stay in the squad. I know this is what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks and everyone's been saying keeping him, but I definitely see it. 519,000. I think I see a downward trend. He's going to be playing Origin soon. You got players like Ewan Aiken and Jack Bird that probably won't crack Origin this year and still been playing amazing. The only problem with those 2 players for me is injuries. Hopefully no injuries come from those 2 players. But at the moment, I'm really looking at them like I'm really looking. But we'll have to see how we go. So comment down below. Let me know how all that is going. Let me know your thoughts on the team and how your team did on the weekend. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, 96 subscribers, fucking amazing. Every day I'm smiling. So I appreciate every single one of you. My setup, my content is going to get better and better. Now I got this camera, this and that. I got a lot more flexibility with everything. So hope you all had an amazing Easter weekend. Coming up to another long weekend this weekend. So my next video will probably be tomorrow, and then the next video of fantasy review is probably going to be on Tuesday next week. So hope you guys all enjoy, and peace out.